Good morning, everyone. Have you ever stopped to think about the power of your words? Really thought about it. What we say is more than just a combination of sounds. Words are powerful tools. They have the power to create, the power to destroy, and most importantly, the power to shape not only our lives, but the lives of everyone around us. Think about it. Every word you speak carries energy. It either lifts people up or brings them down. It either inspires action or stirs up doubt. If you've ever been on the receiving end of a single encouraging word at just the right moment, you know what I mean? Words have the power to spark something incredible within us. But here's the flip side. Words can also hold us back. Imagine telling yourself over and over, I can't do this. You start believing it, it becomes a part of your identity, and before you know it, that little phrase shapes your future. But now, what if you flipped it? What if instead of I can't, you said, I will figure this out, I'll try, I am capable? You're opening the door to possibilities you might never have seen. We have to start treating our words as powerful tools, not just throwaways. How we talk to others, and especially how we talk to ourselves, builds the world we live in. If you talk to yourself with confidence, respect, and vision, you're setting yourself up to become someone who achieves big things. And let's take it beyond ourselves. Imagine how much better we can make someone else's day by choosing our words carefully, intentionally. Instead of criticizing, why not encourage? Instead of doubting, why not believe? What you say might be the exact thing someone needs to hear to take that next step, to keep going when things get tough. So I'm challenging you today, take control of your words. Use them as fuel for your future, for your relationships, for your dreams. Decide that every word you speak is going to matter. Because when you choose words that empower, words that uplift, words that build ... you're not just speaking, you're shaping reality. Let's make a commitment together right here, right now, to speak words that make a difference to ourselves, to others, and to the world, because what we say matters more than we know. Words carry a power that's difficult to quantify but easy to feel. They have the capacity to heal, hurt, inspire, and transform. From the simplest conversations to the grandest speeches, the words we choose shape our reality and the lives of those around us. Imagine standing at a crossroads in life, uncertain of your next move, and someone tells you, I believe in you. Those words might be all you need to muster the courage to move forward, to take a leap you were hesitant to consider. They provide strength in moments of doubt, offering an invisible hand that steadies you in times of insecurity. The power of words isn't just about the words themselves, but about the emotional weight they carry and the meanings they evoke. Think about it, a single word, spoken in the right moment, can make or break someone's day. Yes can mean opportunity, acceptance, or validation. No can mean rejection, disappointment, or boundary. Our words are our tools for connection, for creating understanding, and for influencing the people around us. They act as bridges, connecting our thoughts to those we want to reach. Words have sparked revolutions and moved entire nations. They have been used to start wars and to end them. They can rally crowds, inspiring masses to stand up for what they believe in. When Martin Luther King Jr. said, I have a dream, he wasn't just speaking of his hopes, he was inviting others into his vision, into a shared journey toward equality and justice. Those 4 words have lived on, continuing to inspire generations because they are infused with conviction, hope, and the weight of a shared struggle. In daily life, words play a quieter but no less potent role. The language we use around our loved ones can either strengthen our relationships or erode them over time. Simple phrases like I appreciate you or thank you can reinforce bonds, showing others that they're seen, valued, and respected. In contrast, hurtful words, even those spoken thoughtlessly, can linger. They take root in someone's memory, reshaping how they see themselves and sometimes even how they interact with the world. When a parent constantly criticizes a child, telling them they aren't good enough, those words become an echo, replaying in the child's mind long after they've left the parent's home. They may hear those words even when they're on the brink of success, doubting their worth because someone planted that seed of self-doubt through words. Words are also powerful within ourselves. The way we speak to ourselves shapes our beliefs, our behaviors, and ultimately our reality. When we tell ourselves, I'm capable or I can handle this, we're reinforcing our own strength and ability to overcome challenges. Positive self-talk doesn't just feel good, it actually changes our mindset. It has a physiological impact, boosting motivation, reducing stress, and fostering resilience. Conversely, negative self-talk is like carrying a heavy burden. It weighs us down, making every challenge feel insurmountable. Repeating phrases like I'm not good enough or I'll never succeed becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, boxing us into a mindset where failure feels inevitable. Consider how words shape our perception of the world. The words we use to describe people, places, and experiences are tinged with judgment, assumption, and bias. The language we choose reflects our worldview, often reinforcing stereotypes and limiting our perspective. When we say, that's impossible, we're closing the door to possibilities, ruling out options before we've even explored them. But when we say, I wonder if there's a way, we open ourselves up to creative solutions and new ideas. Language guides our thoughts, and our thoughts determine our actions. By carefully choosing words that open doors rather than close them, we create a mindset of growth and curiosity. Words also hold the power of healing. In times of pain, words can be a balm, soothing wounds that aren't visible to the eye but are deeply felt. Saying, "I'm here for you" to someone going through a tough time might be the one thing that keeps them going. In moments of loss, grief, and despair, words of comfort can be like a lifeline, reminding people that they're not alone. They don't solve the problem, but they provide strength to bear it. Words like "I understand" or "It's okay to feel this way" offer validation, allowing people to process their emotions in a safe space. They give permission to be vulnerable, to let go of the pretense of being okay, and to share the burden of what they're going through. Throughout history, words have served as the cornerstone of cultural identity, passed down through stories, songs, and traditions that bind communities together. They carry the wisdom of ancestors, the values of societies, and the shared history that gives people a sense of belonging. Every culture has proverbs, sayings, and expressions that encapsulate values and beliefs. These words aren't just passed down, they're lived and breathed by each generation, shaping how people see themselves and their place in the world. They hold the stories of struggle, triumph, and resilience, reminding people of where they come from and guiding them on where they're going. In this way, words carry a legacy, providing continuity between the past, present, and future. Words are equally potent when used in conflict. The words we choose in moments of disagreement can either escalate a situation or diffuse it. Words of understanding, like "I see where you're coming from," show empathy, bridging the gap between two differing perspectives. On the other hand, words of accusation, like "you're wrong," close down communication, putting up walls that are hard to tear down. The language we use in conflict reflects our intentions, whether we're aiming to resolve the issue or simply to prove a point. By choosing words that promote understanding, we can turn disagreements into productive conversations where both parties feel heard and respected. In the workplace, words have a similar effect. They can motivate teams, foster collaboration, and drive productivity. Leaders who use positive, inclusive language build trust and encourage innovation, creating an environment where people feel safe to take risks. A simple "well done" or "I trust your judgment" can boost morale and inspire someone to go above and beyond, but dismissive language like "that idea won't work" can stifle creativity, making people hesitant to speak up. In professional settings, words are tools of leadership. They shape the culture of an organization, influencing how people feel about their work and their contribution to a shared vision. Words also play a critical role in education. Teachers have the unique power to shape young minds, not just through what they teach, but through how they communicate. Encouraging words like "you're getting better every day" foster a growth mindset where students see challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. By contrast, phrases like "this is wrong" without constructive feedback can make students afraid of making mistakes, stifling their curiosity and willingness to try. In education, words are seeds. They plant ideas, foster curiosity, and shape how students see themselves and their potential. The impact of words on mental health is profound. Therapy at its core is rooted in words. Through conversations with a therapist, people can gain new perspectives, learn coping strategies, and heal emotional wounds. The language used in therapy is intentional, designed to help people articulate feelings they may not fully understand and to guide them toward healthier ways of thinking. Words in this context are both diagnostic and therapeutic. They reveal the inner workings of a person's mind and help reshape those workings in a way that promotes well-being. Positive affirmations, for example, are a common therapeutic tool because they reinforce a positive self-image, countering the effects of negative self-talk. In friendships and partnerships, words are the foundation of trust and intimacy. When we say "I care about you" or "I've got your back," we're building a bond that goes beyond surface-level connection. These words become promises, silent agreements that create a sense of security and loyalty. In these relationships, words become sacred. They're the glue that holds people together, especially when times get tough. In moments of vulnerability, when people open up about their fears, doubts, and dreams, words serve as a container for those feelings. They hold space for honesty, acceptance, and love. Ultimately, words are expressions of our inner world. They reveal who we are, what we value, and what we aspire to. They're the manifestation of our beliefs, desires, and fears. The words we choose to share with the world are a reflection of our intentions and our character. Are we using words to uplift or to criticize, to connect or to isolate, to inspire or to discourage? The choice is always ours. Words can build bridges or burn them. They can be weapons or shields. Power lies not just in the words themselves, but in how we wield them. In every conversation, every interaction, every moment of self-reflection, we have the opportunity to harness this power consciously. Words can be our greatest allies in creating a life filled with purpose, connection, and fulfillment. Self-talk shapes identity because it acts as a constant narrative guiding how we see ourselves, our capabilities, and the world around us. This internal dialogue, although often unnoticed, profoundly impacts our beliefs, emotions, behaviors, and even our destiny. The way we talk to ourselves, whether positively or negatively, becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Each thought is like a small building block, forming the structure of our identity, influencing our confidence, and ultimately affecting the choices we make every day. When we repeatedly tell ourselves certain things, these messages sink into our subconscious mind, which doesn't differentiate between truth and falsehood. If, for example, someone consistently says, "I'm not good enough," they start believing it, even if it's far from reality. That self-doubt over time becomes a core part of their identity. Such thoughts prevent people from stepping out of their comfort zones or pursuing ambitious goals. They may start to avoid challenges or opportunities, convinced that they won't be able to handle them. Each time they sidestep an opportunity due to this self-doubt, the belief grows stronger, creating a cycle that holds them back. On the other hand, when self-talk is constructive and supportive, it builds a strong, resilient identity. If someone often says, "I can figure this out," they start to believe that they are capable and resourceful, even in unfamiliar situations. This belief empowers them to take on challenges, and each time they succeed, even if just partially, it reinforces that self-image. Instead of being held back by fears or insecurities, they learn to trust in their abilities and take calculated risks. This growth-oriented self-talk becomes an essential part of their identity, helping them navigate life with confidence and curiosity. Self-talk also impacts our emotional state, which in turn influences how we view ourselves and our place in the world. Negative self-talk often triggers feelings of inadequacy, anxiety, and self-doubt, which make us more likely to see ourselves as unworthy or incapable. For instance, if someone consistently thinks, "I'm always messing things up," they're likely to feel guilty or anxious in various situations. This emotional response can become so automatic that they begin to define themselves by it, internalizing the identity of someone who always messes things up. This cycle can be hard to break, as each new mistake seems to confirm this flawed self-image, while successes are often dismissed as flukes. In contrast, positive self-talk fosters feelings of motivation, optimism, and self-acceptance. If someone reminds themselves, "I did my best, and I can learn from this," they are more likely to feel capable and grounded. These emotions make it easier to take responsibility, learn from experiences, and move forward with a clear sense of self-worth. Our internal dialogue also shapes how we interact with others in the world around us. For instance, someone with a negative self-image due to critical self-talk might find it hard to connect with others confidently. They may shy away from social situations, fearing judgment or rejection, which reinforces the belief that they are somehow less than others. Their self-talk might tell them that they're awkward or unlikable, making it difficult to form meaningful relationships or advocate for themselves in professional settings. On the other hand, someone who believes in themselves due to positive self-talk approaches interactions with openness and trust. They're likely to believe that they deserve respect and friendship, which makes them more confident in expressing their needs and boundaries. This confidence can lead to deeper, more fulfilling connections with others, creating a support network that further strengthens their identity. The way we talk to ourselves also influences how resilient we are in the face of setbacks and adversity. Negative self-talk can make us more likely to give up when faced with challenges, as we might convince ourselves that we lack the ability to overcome difficulties. For instance, if someone is trying to learn a new skill and keeps thinking, "I'm just not cut out for this," they're more likely to quit early on. This reaction limits their growth, as they miss out on the opportunity to push through the discomfort and develop a new strength. Conversely, positive self-talk enables resilience by helping us view setbacks as temporary or even valuable for growth. A person who tells themselves, "I can learn from this and improve," is more likely to persevere through challenges. They build a resilient identity, one that recognizes failure as a stepping stone rather than a stopping point. This mindset creates a self-reinforcing cycle of growth, where each challenge overcome solidifies a belief in one's ability to adapt and thrive. Self-talk also affects our health and well-being, which are fundamental aspects of identity. Negative self-talk is linked to stress, anxiety, and even physical health issues, as it keeps us in a constant state of worry and self-criticism. This state can trigger physiological responses such as increased cortisol levels, which can harm our immune system and overall health over time. People who tell themselves they aren't worthy of care or who constantly worry about failing may neglect their health, either by ignoring medical issues or engaging in unhealthy habits. Positive self-talk, however, can contribute to better mental and physical health, as it reduces stress and promotes a balanced mindset. People who believe they are worthy of care are more likely to prioritize their well-being, seek help when needed, and engage in habits that support their health. This self-respect becomes a core part of their identity, reinforcing the belief that they are someone deserving of a happy, healthy life. In terms of motivation and productivity, self-talk plays a crucial role in shaping how we approach goals and challenges. Negative self-talk can create a sense of dread or procrastination, as we might convince ourselves that we aren't capable of success. Someone who thinks, "I'll probably mess this up," will often avoid tasks or approach them half-heartedly, leading to mediocre results. This feeds a cycle of disappointment, as each underperformance seems to confirm the initial negative belief. Positive self-talk, however, fosters motivation by encouraging us to see tasks as achievable and even enjoyable. When someone tells themselves, "I can handle this one step at a time," they're more likely to start working and stay committed, even if the task is difficult. This approach builds a productive identity where challenges are met with a sense of determination rather than dread. Another way self-talk shapes identity is through the concept of self-fulfilling prophecy. When we repeatedly tell ourselves something, we start to act in ways that make it come true. If someone constantly thinks, "I'm a failure," they might start behaving in ways that align with this belief, such as not trying new things or not putting in their best effort. Over time, these actions can lead to actual failures, which then reinforce the original belief. Positive self-talk, on the other hand, creates an upward spiral. If someone consistently reminds themselves, "I am capable and deserving of success," they're likely to make choices that align with this belief. They might apply for a challenging job, pursue further education, or take on a leadership role, all of which bring them closer to the success they believe they deserve. In this way, self-talk becomes a guiding force that shapes not only our identity but also our future. Moreover, self-talk influences our sense of purpose and direction in life. When we engage in negative self-talk, we may limit our vision, focusing only on what's realistic or safe. Someone who constantly tells themselves they aren't good enough may avoid setting ambitious goals, believing they're destined for mediocrity. They become confined by a limited self-image, preventing them from exploring their true potential. On the other hand, positive self-talk broadens our vision, encouraging us to dream big and pursue meaningful goals. When someone tells themselves, "I am capable of achieving my dreams," they are more likely to set goals that inspire them and work toward them with passion. This mindset creates an identity that is driven by purpose, where one's actions are aligned with a larger vision of personal fulfillment. Self-talk also affects our creativity and willingness to take risks, both of which are vital for growth and self-expression. Negative self-talk can stifle creativity by instilling fear of failure or judgment. If someone tells themselves, "My ideas are stupid," they're less likely to share their thoughts, try new things, or explore unconventional solutions. This stifles their creativity and prevents them from developing a unique, confident identity. Positive self-talk, however, encourages risk-taking and open-mindedness, essential components of creativity. When someone tells themselves it's okay to try and make mistakes, they're more likely to experiment, innovate, and think outside the box. This mindset fosters a creative identity where self-expression and exploration are embraced rather than feared. Ultimately, self-talk serves as the foundation upon which we build our sense of self-worth. Negative self-talk undermines self-esteem, leading us to believe that we are inherently flawed or unworthy. This belief can be so deeply ingrained that it becomes a part of our identity, shaping every thought, action, and decision we make. People with low self-worth due to negative self-talk might settle for less in relationships, career, and personal goals, as they believe they don't deserve better. Positive self-talk, in contrast, nurtures self-worth by reinforcing the belief that we are valuable and capable individuals. When someone regularly reminds themselves, "I am enough," they are more likely to stand up for themselves, pursue fulfilling relationships, aim high in life. This belief becomes a core part of their identity, influencing how they view themselves and how they expect to be treated by others. In sum, self-talk is an invisible yet powerful force that shapes our identity. It molds our beliefs, defines our actions, and determines the quality of our lives. Whether it lifts us up or holds us back, it's always at work crafting the story we tell ourselves about who we are and what we're capable of becoming. By taking control, intentional language is the purposeful use of words and phrases to shape outcomes, improve relationships, and foster growth. It's not just about avoiding negative words, but about actively choosing language that supports goals, promotes positive thinking, and builds resilience. When we engage in intentional language, we are more aware of how our words influence our mindset and those around us. This awareness makes a substantial difference in everything we do, from personal relationships to professional pursuits. Successful individuals, leaders, and communicators often have one thing in common: they speak with purpose, clarity, and positivity, recognizing the power of their words to influence outcomes. Language is powerful because it not only describes our reality, but actively shapes it. For example, think about a time when someone genuinely praised your work or expressed confidence in your abilities. Those words likely fueled your motivation, made you feel more confident, and encouraged you to perform even better. Now, consider a contrasting experience: someone expressing doubt or skepticism. In that moment, those words could diminish your self-confidence, planting seeds of uncertainty that may influence your behavior and decisions. Intentional language, therefore, acknowledges the profound psychological impact of words. The words we choose can create a ripple effect, amplifying confidence, resilience, and creativity, or diminishing them. It's a choice with real, tangible effects on our success. Intentional language also affects our subconscious. We know that thoughts and words are interconnected. Our language influences how we perceive ourselves, our abilities, and our potential. Suppose a person frequently says, "I'm terrible at this," when faced with a new challenge. Over time, this language becomes ingrained in their self-image, making it harder to approach similar challenges with confidence. However, if that person replaces this language with phrases like, "I'm still learning," or "I'll figure it out," They're gradually training their mind to associate challenges with growth rather than defeat. This shift can be pivotal in building resilience and self-confidence, essential components of success. Reframing language in this way is not about ignoring reality or avoiding the truth. It's about choosing a perspective that empowers rather than limits. Intentional language is particularly impactful in the professional world. Leaders, managers, and teammates who use empowering, solution-focused language contribute to a positive work environment and motivate others to excel. For example, when a leader says, "Let's find a solution," instead of "This is a big problem," it changes the tone of the conversation. The first statement encourages creativity and a proactive mindset, whereas the second can amplify feelings of stress and helplessness. By fostering a language of possibility, leaders create a culture where challenges are seen as opportunities for growth. This in turn strengthens team dynamics, boosts morale, and fosters an atmosphere where individuals feel supported and valued. In a competitive and often high-stakes professional setting, the power of intentional language cannot be overstated. In addition to shaping team dynamics, intentional language promotes a growth-oriented mindset. When people adopt this kind of language, they are more likely to view setbacks as temporary and learning as a continual process. Instead of saying, "I failed," someone with a growth mindset might say, "I learned something new," or "I found a way that doesn't work." This subtle shift in language may seem minor, but it has profound implications for personal and professional growth. Failure becomes a stepping stone rather than a stopping point. By focusing on what can be learned rather than on what went wrong, individuals develop resilience and maintain forward momentum, essential qualities for long-term success. Intentional language also helps in goal setting and achieving clarity. Goals framed with positive, action-oriented language are more effective than those that are vague or negative. Instead of saying, "I want to stop procrastinating," one could say, "I am committed to starting my work early and managing my time well." The first phrasing focuses on what not to do, which can lead to an unproductive cycle of self-criticism. The second, however, emphasizes a constructive action, setting a clear intention for success. Language framed in terms of positive actions provides direction, which increases the likelihood of achieving the desired outcome. Intentional language empowers us to express our goals with clarity, making it easier to track progress and maintain focus. Moreover, intentional language is essential in handling stress and maintaining emotional resilience. In challenging situations, people often resort to language that reflects their frustration or anxiety. Statements like "I can't handle this" or "This is too much" may feel accurate in the moment, but they can reinforce feelings of helplessness. A more intentional approach would involve language that acknowledges the difficulty without giving in to defeat. Saying, "This is challenging, but I'll find a way through it," fosters a sense of resilience and control. Such language doesn't dismiss the struggle, but rather reframes it in a way that emphasizes one's capacity to overcome obstacles. This type of self-talk strengthens emotional resilience and enables people to approach challenges with a problem-solving mindset. Another powerful aspect of intentional language is its ability to shape relationships. When we are mindful of our words, we can express our thoughts, needs, and feelings in ways that foster connection rather than conflict. In moments of frustration, for example, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," which is accusatory, one could say, "I feel unheard when I'm interrupted." The latter phrasing is more likely to lead to constructive dialogue, as it focuses on the speaker's feelings rather than assigning blame. Intentional language in relationships helps avoid misunderstandings, reduces defensiveness, and encourages empathy. By choosing our words carefully, we create a foundation of trust and mutual respect, which is vital for healthy, successful relationships. Intentional language also plays a key role in influencing others. The way we speak can inspire, motivate, and influence the people around us, which is especially important in leadership roles. Leaders who use language that is visionary, inclusive, and empowering tend to inspire greater loyalty and engagement among their teams. For instance, a leader says, "We are all working towards a common purpose, and each of you brings something valuable to that purpose." Reinforces a sense of unity and shared mission. This kind of language makes people feel valued and motivated to contribute to the group's success. In contrast, language that is overly critical or dismissive can alienate people, reducing morale and engagement. Intentional language builds a sense of community and commitment, key ingredients for collective success. In addition to its impact on others, intentional language is a powerful tool for self-empowerment. By choosing words that reinforce a positive self-image and build confidence, individuals create an internal environment conducive to success. For instance, when someone repeatedly says, "I am resourceful and capable," they are building a foundation of self-belief that will serve them in times of adversity. This type of language doesn't guarantee success, but it lays the groundwork for perseverance, grit, and resilience. Self-empowerment through intentional language helps individuals maintain a positive outlook and a proactive attitude, both of which are essential for long-term success. Intentional language can also influence physical performance and well-being. Research has shown that the mind-body connection is strong, and the language we use affects not only our mental state, but also our physical health. Athletes, for example, often use affirmations and positive self-talk to enhance their performance. Phrases like "I am strong and focused" or "I can push through this" help athletes stay in a peak performance state, enabling them to endure physical challenges. This concept applies beyond sports as well. People facing health challenges, for example, can use language that emphasizes healing and resilience to maintain a positive outlook, which can contribute to better health outcomes. Intentional language becomes a powerful ally in managing stress, enhancing endurance, and supporting overall well-being. A further benefit of intentional language is that it creates an atmosphere of possibility and growth. In any context, whether personal, professional, or social, the words we choose set the tone for how we perceive and engage with opportunities. Language that emphasizes possibilities such as "how can we make this work" or "let's explore our options" invites creativity and open-mindedness. In contrast, language that fixates on limitations such as "this will never work" or "we're stuck" restricts our ability to find innovative solutions. By using language that fosters a mindset of growth and opportunity, we create an environment where success becomes more attainable and setbacks are viewed as part of the journey. Intentional language fosters accountability and self-responsibility. When we use language that reflects ownership of our actions and decisions, we cultivate a mindset of accountability. For example, instead of saying "this had to me," which implies passivity, one could say "I chose to respond this way," which emphasizes personal responsibility. This shift in language may seem subtle, but it has significant implications for how we view our role in shaping our lives. Language that reflects accountability reinforces the belief that we have the power to make choices that impact our outcomes. This self-responsibility is a fundamental aspect of success, as it empowers individuals to take control of their actions and decisions. Intentional language is a daily practice. By being mindful of our words and the impact they have, we can create an internal and external environment that supports our goals, fosters positive relationships, and builds resilience. It's a commitment to choosing words that uplift, motivate, and guide us toward the future we desire. The impact of intentional language on success is both profound and far-reaching, influencing every aspect of our lives, from personal growth to our connections with others and the way we overcome challenges. Words affect others deeply, often in ways we may not fully recognize at first. From a casual remark to a heartfelt compliment, every word we speak has the potential to shape how someone feels, thinks, and perceives themselves in the world around them. Imagine a single sentence spoken in a moment of vulnerability, positive or negative, that lingers with someone for years. It could be a teacher telling a student "you have real talent," or it could be a friend who offhandedly says "you're just not good at that." These words, whether well-meaning or thoughtless, have the potential to become part of someone's internal narrative, guiding their choices, shaping their confidence, and influencing their relationships with others. The impact of words is something each of us has felt firsthand. Perhaps we remember a time when someone encouraged us and those words echoed in our minds during challenging moments, giving us the strength to push forward. Or we might recall hurtful words that made us doubt ourselves, words that surfaced in our minds in times of uncertainty, holding us back from taking a risk. Words can serve as seeds, planting ideas, beliefs, and attitudes that grow within us over time. Positive words can encourage someone to reach for greatness, while negative words can deter them from even trying. People carry words with them, replaying them in their minds, attaching meaning to them, and often defining themselves through the language others use to describe them. Consider the role words play in close relationships. In a healthy friendship or partnership, words are tools of affirmation, empathy, and support. Simple words of encouragement like "I believe in you" or "I'm here for you" can strengthen bonds and foster a sense of security and love. When people feel seen and valued through language, they're more likely to reciprocate, creating a cycle of positivity and mutual respect. On the other hand, words of criticism or anger, if used excessively, can damage trust and create emotional wounds. A single harsh comment can overshadow countless positive interactions, highlighting the immense weight words can carry in relationships. The emotional scars left by hurtful words may not be visible, but they can be lasting, affecting how individuals communicate and connect with others long after the words were spoken. The impact of words extends beyond personal relationships and into professional and educational settings, where words can significantly influence performance, motivation, and self-worth. A teacher who consistently uses words of encouragement and constructive feedback can inspire students to excel, fostering a love for learning and a willingness to tackle challenges. Conversely, a teacher who uses harsh or dismissive language may discourage students from participating, stifling their curiosity and lowering their confidence. In the workplace, a supportive manager who acknowledges effort and provides guidance can build a team's morale and motivate individuals to reach their potential. However, a leader who uses critical or belittling language can create a toxic environment, leading to decreased productivity, low morale, and high turnover. Words in these settings can either serve as stepping stones for growth or as obstacles to progress, impacting not only individual well-being, but the overall atmosphere and success of the organization or institution. The way we speak to children is particularly impactful as they are in formative stages where they are building their sense of identity, capability, and self-worth. When adults use affirming and positive language with children, they are helping to shape resilient, confident individuals who believe in their abilities. A child who hears you're so creative or you did a great job figuring that out learns to see themselves as capable and competent. They are more likely to approach challenges with an open mind, viewing setbacks as opportunities to learn and grow. In contrast, a child who hears you're always messing up or why can't you do anything right may internalize these statements, believing they are incapable or flawed. This can lead to a fixed mindset where they avoid challenges for fear of failure and see their abilities as limited. Words spoken to children echo throughout their lives, influencing how they view themselves and their potential. Words have a profound effect not only on individuals but also on communities, societies as a whole. Language shapes culture, norms, and values, influencing how people treat each other and how they perceive differences. Positive language that promotes inclusion, empathy, and respect can help build harmonious communities where diversity is celebrated and people feel valued and accepted. When people use words to encourage understanding and compassion, they create an environment where individuals feel safe to express themselves and contribute their unique perspectives. This type of language fosters unity, reduces prejudice, and strengthens social bonds, contributing to a more equitable and cohesive society. On the other hand, harmful language such as hate speech, stereotypes, and discrimination can sow division, fear, and hostility. Words that dehumanize or marginalize certain groups create barriers and perpetuate inequalities. When negative language is used to define certain people or groups, it shapes public perception, influencing how they are treated and viewed. Harmful words can reinforce stereotypes, breed resentment, and create an us versus them mentality that fractures communities and leads to social unrest. In this way, the language we choose to use doesn't just affect individuals, it has the power to shape societal dynamics, influencing how people interact with one another on a larger scale. In the digital age, words have an even broader reach, with social media amplifying the impact of our language. A single post or comment can reach thousands, even millions of people, spreading positivity or negativity in an instant. The internet provides a platform for people to share their thoughts and ideas freely, but it also creates an environment where words can be used carelessly or maliciously. Cyberbullying, trolling, and online harassment have become significant issues, with words being used as weapons to intimidate, belittle, and hurt others. People may feel emboldened by the anonymity of the internet, using language they would never use face-to-face, unaware or indifferent to the pain they may be causing. The effects of online words can be devastating, leading to emotional distress, mental health issues, and in some cases even more severe consequences. The digital landscape serves as a powerful reminder that words matter and that the language we use online has real-world implications. However, just as words can be used to harm, they can also be used to heal. Words of kindness, encouragement, and support shared online can have a profound impact, reaching people who may be struggling or feeling isolated. Social media campaigns that promote positive messages, share uplifting stories, encourage acts of kindness, demonstrate the positive potential of words in the digital world. When people use their platforms to spread messages of hope, resilience, and compassion, they create ripples of positivity that can touch lives in meaningful ways. Online communities built on positive language and mutual support show us that words have the power to bring people together, even in a virtual space, creating connections and fostering a sense of belonging. The transformative power of words is not limited to spoken language. Written words can be just as impactful. Books, articles, and have the ability to inspire, educate, and connect people across time and space. A powerful book can change someone's perspective, broaden their understanding, and even alter the course of their life. Stories of resilience, courage, and compassion shared through writing can serve as beacons of hope for readers, providing comfort and guidance during difficult times. Written words allow people to share their experiences, insights, and wisdom with others, leaving a lasting legacy that can continue to impact lives long after the author is gone. Just as with spoken words, the language used in writing carries the potential to shape minds, influence beliefs, and inspire action. In our daily lives, we may not always be aware of the weight our words carry. It's easy to speak without thinking, to react impulsively, or to use language carelessly. When we take a moment to consider the impact of our words, we recognize the responsibility that comes with language. Every interaction we have is an opportunity to use words in a way that uplifts, encourages, and supports those around us. When we choose to speak with kindness, empathy, and respect, we contribute to a more positive and compassionate world. Words are tools we can use to create the reality we want to see, shaping not only our own lives, but the lives of everyone we encounter. The ripple effect of words is undeniable. A single kind word can brighten someone's day, while a single hurtful comment can cast a shadow over someone's self-esteem. By choosing our words carefully, we have the power to leave a lasting positive impact, creating a legacy of kindness, compassion, and understanding. The language we use has the potential to change lives, bridge divides, and build a more connected and empathetic world. Every word we speak is a choice, and with that choice comes the ability to make a difference. Whether through simple expressions of gratitude, words of encouragement, or compassionate conversations, we can use our language to bring light into the lives of others. The true power of words lies not just in what we say, but in how our words make others feel, shaping their thoughts, their self-perception, and ultimately their future. Certainly, here's an expanded, in-depth exploration of commitment to empowering language. Our words are a reflection of our mindset. When we consistently use language that is positive, affirming, and constructive, we shape our thoughts and attitudes in that direction. We start seeing challenges as opportunities, setbacks as learning experiences, and limitations as temporary obstacles to overcome. Empowering language has a ripple effect. It sets us on a path toward a more resilient, optimistic outlook, which then translates into the way we handle life's ups and downs. By embracing empowering language, we build a mindset that sees possibilities rather than barriers. Imagine someone facing a difficult situation. The first response that comes to mind might be, "I can't handle this," or "This is too much for me." But by choosing different words, by reframing those statements into "I'm capable of figuring this out," or "This is hard, but I'll grow through it," we've changed the internal narrative. This seemingly small shift in language is profound. Our commitment to empowering language extends beyond the words we say out loud. It also includes the internal dialogue we have with ourselves. Self-talk is incredibly powerful, and the language we use with ourselves shapes our self-perception. Empowering self-talk builds confidence, resilience, and motivation. It helps us reframe mistakes as learning experiences, setbacks as temporary, and challenges as opportunities to grow. By consistently speaking to ourselves with encouragement and positivity, we become our own greatest supporters, ready to take on whatever comes our way. It's also essential to remember that empowering language is not about ignoring or glossing over difficult emotions. Authentic empowerment means acknowledging those emotions, frustration, sadness, anger, and choosing words that express them in a healthy way. For example, instead of saying, "I'm a failure," we might say, "I'm disappointed in the outcome, but I'm going to learn from this and keep going." This approach is honest, but it leaves room for growth. It acknowledges the difficulty without letting it define us. Empowering language allows us to experience the full range of our emotions while still holding on to our inner strength and potential. In a world where negativity can sometimes feel all-encompassing, choosing empowering language is a revolutionary act. It's choosing to be a source of light, to bring hope and encouragement wherever we go. When we consistently use words that uplift, we inspire others to do the same. Think about how contagious a positive attitude can be. When we speak words of kindness, optimism, and belief, others pick up on that energy. They feel encouraged to adopt the same outlook, to pass along that positivity to someone else. Empowering language has a domino effect, creating a culture of support and possibility that extends far beyond us. Another aspect of empowering language is its role in shaping our vision for the future. When we talk about our dreams and goals with confidence and excitement, we reinforce our belief in our ability to achieve them. Instead of saying, "I hope to do this someday," we say, "I'm going to make this happen." This shift in language has a powerful effect on our mindset. It turns our goals from distant possibilities into realities we're actively working toward. Empowering language helps us take ownership of our dreams, reminding us that we have the power to make them a reality. Empowering language is also about setting boundaries and advocating for ourselves. When we communicate our needs assertively and respectfully, we honor our own worth. Instead of saying, "I'm sorry, but I need help," we say, "I would appreciate your help with this." This small change in language demonstrates self-respect and confidence. It's a way of acknowledging that our needs are valid, that we deserve to be treated with respect, and that it's okay to ask for support. Empowering language allows us to communicate in a way that is both respectful of others and true to ourselves. Ultimately, making a commitment to empowering language is about embracing the idea that our words can be a force for good. We become intentional creators of the reality we want to live in. We choose words that reflect our values, words that align with our goals, words that build connections rather than tear them down. This commitment requires practice, self-awareness, and a willingness to change old habits. But the impact is worth it. When we speak with intention, compassion, and confidence, we not only uplift ourselves, but also contribute to a world where everyone feels valued, supported, and inspired. Empowering language is about making each word count, choosing words that build a foundation of respect, kindness, and possibility. When we make this commitment, we're choosing to be a source of strength and positivity. We're choosing to speak in a way that reminds ourselves and others of their potential, their worth, and their capacity for growth. This choice has a profound effect on our lives, our relationships, and the world around us. And as we continue to practice empowering language, we become leaders in our own right, leading by example and inspiring others to do the same.